The Moving Iron Podcast is brought to you by these great sponsors. Are you looking to value your equipment more accurately, target the right buyers and close more deals, reach your ideal customer? Then look no further. Fusable isn't just about ag data, it's about action. Our best-in-class solution empowers you to value your equipment accurately, make informed decisions, and find the perfect prospects. Ignite your dealership's growth at fusable.com/movingiron-podcast. Out in the field, every decision counts. You wouldn't plant without testing your soil, so why would you prospect blind? Introducing EDA, your one-stop shop for ag equipment intel. EDA goes beyond specs and prices. You get deep dive data on every piece of equipment like UCC filings that help track ownership changes and uncover potential sales leads. D&B firmographics, which help you understand the financial health and buying power of potential customers. Market trends that help you stay ahead of the curve, and insights on equipment demands and pricings. With EDA, you're not just looking at data, you're seeing opportunity. Find the right buyer, sell smarter, and build lasting relationships. Visit edadata.com for your free demo and unlock the power of knowledge. For over 80 years, Iron Solutions has been your go-to data source for ag dealers, lenders, and manufacturers. Get powerful appraisal and value forecasting tools that fuel profitable decisions anytime, anywhere. Get your free demo at ironsolutions.com. Iron Solutions, confidence in every click. Today, there are many ways to finance ag equipment, but nobody delivers simple, fast, or flexible financing like AgDirect. Learn more about your options to buy, lease, and refinance equipment at agdirect.com. Valley Transportation has been hauling ag and construction equipment across the country for the past 33 years. Call Parker at 800-657-4910 for all your trucking needs. At Valley Transportation, our goal is to help you reach yours.
When you partner with Axon, you immediately gain access to a full range of products and solutions designed to meet the complex needs of today's grower. We carry all major brands and sizes of tires and wheels. We specialize in large diameter wheels for large equipment. We have one of the largest OEM replacement wheel inventories in North America. Known for extreme flotation setups, duals, and triples, we have wheels for all makes and models of tractors, sprayers, combines, and grain carts. If we don't have the wheel in stock, we'll custom build, sandblast, and paint in-house. There isn't a more vast inventory in North America dedicated to helping dealers move more iron. With facilities on the West Coast and in the heart of the Midwest, leverage our 230,000 square feet of indoor inventory to solve any problem a grower may have. Move more iron with Axon.
At Big Iron Auctions, customer satisfaction is our #1 goal. As the 40-year leader in auctions for agriculture, real estate, livestock, construction, and transportation, we are here to serve you. Big Iron will handle everything from start to finish. From meeting with you, to prepping your equipment, writing the listings, and collecting buyer's payments, let us do the heavy lifting for you. We love our customers, and we treat them like family. There's a Big Iron sales rep in your area, so let's get together. To learn more, visit bigiron.com.
Moving iron in the 21st century. Hard-working people working hard for you and me. Moving iron time and time again. Through the years you'll find us here. Moving iron.
Once again, it's time for the Machine Shed. I respect what you've done in the combine world.
But when you step in this ring, you're messing with
Thayer and Fennel.
And that's something you don't do.
Yeah, you're on a different planet now.
You got your eyes locked on the world's most combine selling son of a...
Now I can't help it that I'm custom made. I can't help it that I look good, smell good, woo, can dance all night long. I can't help it.
The Nature Boy. Woo! Last year, Aaron Fiddle spent more money on spilt high guard in fields all over Box Butte County than you made. I'm talking about the cinch shirt wearing, sheep raising, kiss still, woo, combine dealing, diesel driving, hay cutting, son of a gun. He's having a hard time keeping his ostrich boots on the ground. Woo!
Hey, what's rule number one? What's rule number one?
Party.
No, not party. No, it's not party.
All right. It's always a party when I got Aaron Fennell back on the machine shed. How you doing, buddy?
Good, my man. Good.
Good deal, buddy. It's fall, and it's starting to feel like fall finally.
It's October. Eh?
Usually by now we usually get out here in the Panhandle, we get like 48 hours of fall, and then it's immediately winter. Typically, it's how it goes. But then after you have that immediate winter blast, it'll be 92 degrees 4 days later. So
then you get second summer.
Yeah, that's right. And it'll last for another 6 weeks, and then you'll get that. But all in all, it's been a pretty nice fall so far.
It's been a gorgeous fall, man.
Yeah.
So nice that it's like, you know, that the hell is that? It's a children's story with a meaning. What are they? A fable?
A fable. Okay, yeah.
The fables, the grasshopper and the ant, you know.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The grasshopper's like, why are you working so hard? Let's go have fun and do all this. Because winter's coming. That's kind of how my fall project list is. It's like, man, it's still 80. Why are we hurrying? Because the winter's coming.
Yeah. Because it could be a winter in 2 weeks. You could have a blizzard.
Sure.
We have a blizzard roll through, and it'll be, well, we tried. And then, 4 days later it melts off and it's, 62 degrees again, but that's right back in the mix.
Or it could show up and that's the last time you're seeing the ground till March.
That's true. We've been
that happened a couple of years ago. Don't forget that part.
Yeah, that's for sure. So we got Friday Night Lights coming up. We got to travel to Hastings, Nebraska this week to watch the
Taggers.
Yeah, and
Hastings Taggers.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a jaunt to get over there for me from where I'm at, but not too bad. Hopefully, knock on wood, doing well. Football team's doing a great time here. We had one loss, heartbreaker, lost by one. Hate to lose in those games like that, but
who was that too?
That was Seward.
Seward.
Yeah, lost.
Well, they're a top 5 team though.
Yeah, so are we. So it was one of those things where, special teams get you, man. You know what I mean? You gotta play your special teams. But knock on wood, this week we'll go out and take care of business and keep rolling. So how's the Shadron Cardinals looking?
Well, speaking of special teams, the Shadron Cardinals started the year with 3 defensive shutouts, although the scoreboard did not show that because nobody knows how to tackle somebody running a kickoff back. So how do we fix that? Do we work on that a little bit? No. Now we put the ball sideways on the tee, kick it like a watermelon. If it goes out of bounds, at least they're at the 35 and it's not a touchdown. That is the strategy now. That's where the kicking game in Shadron's at. But they are, what have we done, 5 games or 6?
5. Last week was week 5.
Yeah. 5-0. 5-0 and like 4th in the state or so, just clicking along.
Nice.
We play my personal favorite opponent and destination this week. We play Alliance at Alliance.
There you go.
That's right over there.
It's an away game that's at home.
It's an away game for the whole town. For that nitwit that lives in Alliance.
Yeah, exactly.
So there we go. That's what we're doing.
Yep. Well, fall's here, so you can't talk about fall without talking about
just real quick.
Sure.
My heart will be completely divided on Saturday evening at 8:15.
What's up?
Black and gold plays purple and silver. We coming versus Farm Boy University.
Oh, they're playing K-State?
Yeah. So my heart, 3/4 of my heart is fighting 1/4 of my heart.
Yeah.
It's troublesome.
It will. I don't. For all the stuff that Dion gets out of the portal, you think he'd look for some offensive linemen while he's in there.
Think. Maybe some D-line, too. Some linebackers.
They've got all the playmakers on the plan.
Boy, we got it.
They got the playmakers for days, but it's like Shadur Sanders just takes off, like, he gets a snap, and it's just like, blow the whistle. Yeah, so I kind of feel.
But when they played Central Florida, as I was driving through your homeland 2 weeks ago, that was a complete game, man. They stopped the run. They ran themselves. Like, uh-oh. Too bad they didn't do that the second week of the year, but here we are. So
right. Against Central Florida.
Well, it wasn't Alabama A&T or something, so that's a Power 5 school, man.
That's a stretch anymore, dude. It's not even a Power 5 anymore. It's Power 4. And like, I'd forgotten that Arizona and Arizona State were in the Big 12. Like, I was watching. I remember who I was watching. Arizona State was playing. I was like, I saw that little Mac whack, type of thing going on here. And I'm like, oh wait, they're in the Big 12 now.
Yeah.
So
come on, man.
Forgot all about that. So
best conference in the country.
Was, yeah, not anymore.
No, now it's back. It took some time off from 2012 till this year.
When you start the season out and the perennial powerhouse Kansas football is predicted to win the conference, I kind of lost.
Ron Chalk Jayhawks kind of showing their true colors this year.
Yeah, they're 1-4 now, so they're doing well. Doing well. And they might have won last week. Somebody be like 2-4.
No, that's who played Arizona State.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Arizona State beat them late in the game.
Came back to beat them.
Yep.
So the thing I like about Big 12 football more than anything, to be honest with you, in my opinion of this, is that they throw the ball a lot. They do a lot of really cool things, but some of those mid-tier teams that have always been in a non-quote-unquote Power 5 school now have a light on them that they can now have to go out and play. And I heard, of course, Alabama lost and they might as well close down the program now.
I'm so thrilled, happy.
They might as well shut down the program because, oh my God. One announcer made a pretty cool statement that I had never really thought about much of, but it was the really, really bad teams in college football aren't that bad anymore, and the really, really good teams aren't that great anymore because of the portal and
right.
The homogenization of if you want to win a national title, of course there's schools that you want to go to that are going to be year in, year out in that hunt, right? But
the blue bloods,
you can go out and you could take a team like Boise State or something like that, and if they got the right kid out of the portal and did the right things with those players, they got a shot now. They've got some opportunity out there, and I can't wait for this. The first year of this 12-team playoff when it's supposed to be all right. If you're a Power 4 team, you got an automatic bye, and then everybody else it's an all at large after that point. It better not be all Power 4 teams inside that bracket.
That's all it's going to be. I heard the other day, I was livid pissed. They had, because your 4 champs auto qualify.
Yeah.
Everybody else was Big Ten and SEC.
I know, and that's
all other 8 teams. Like, kiss my ass, dude. No,
yeah.
I don't want to watch 9-3 Alabama versus 8-2 Georgia. Nobody get.
Yeah. I would hope someday that they would just make it a 16-team playoff. And I kind of ran through the conferences in my head the other day while I was driving down the road, and I came up with, I think, 16 conferences. That if you win your conferences, that's who goes to tournament. You know what I mean?
That would be cool.
Because then everybody gets a shot, right? I mean, if you're Everybody has a chance to win out. It's no different than the number 16 seed playing the number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you have a chance.
That's the beauty of
You've got a
that's
shot,
why everybody loves that.
And this is just it's just going to turn into that. It's going to be 2 conferences, maybe 3 that get to run.
They're already talking about that. Those 2 splitting off, doing like, how we used to have 1 and 1 AA.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll have
SEC 1 and SEC 2.
yeah. Now there'll be like college. There's Division 1 Super, Division 1, which is be the FBS, and then FCS.
Right.
Okay. I want to see Louisiana Lafayette in the championship game versus Central Florida. There you go.
I mean, first round, you got number one team and a number 8 team playing against each other, right?
I cannot wait to see that the American team or whoever, the the group of 5 auto qualifier, whoever that may be.
Yeah.
Just go step on the throat of an SEC team.
Yep. Just roll. But I mean, at the end of the day, what I was so excited about the 12-team playoff, what I was really excited about is finally we're going to have a legit, every other conference in the country does this, right? Or every other division of football does it, right? Yep. They have a playoff, right? And that playoff is determined by your record, which is determined by, where you finished at in your conference and all those kind of things. Not just because, sorry, Penn State, you didn't make to the championship game and you finished 3rd in your conference, but hey, you get to be the number 8 team in the playoff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's
all it's going to be, dude.
Now I get it on like basketball. Same arguments can come back. Look at all these teams like KU never wins their this, that, and other thing, and they're the number 2 or 3 seed or 1 seed or whatever they are, and they didn't win their conference. But there's also 64 teams.
8. 68.
68. That's right, because they got the play-in games. I forget about those.
Tuesday play-in games.
Yeah. So now you have a broader field to fill, right?
Right.
So you can do some of that. When it's 12, it needs to be, if you win your conference, you're in.
Right.
That should be the playoff.
That's what used to matter was winning your conference, and then they would sort it out after. Now they're about to get rid of conferences and just have, we only care about these 30 teams. This is literally all anybody cares about, so we're going to branch off our own thing, and we'll be watching Colorado play K-State on RFD. Actually, they should carry like Iowa State Farmageddon. Why isn't Farmageddon on RFD?
I don't quite think they have the television
be because
dollars.
Of the billions it takes to get in the game?
I kind of feel like the television money there might be a little outside of their marketing budget for the year.
We can't have market day report this fall because we got that one football game.
We're going to be blank for the rest of the time, but yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
Just turn Count Night Close into like Sports Center.
Yeah. Yep. And one thing too, I'll say about this:
whose milking team got first place today?
And the last thing on this I'll say about this is that this is the first year where I've been more interested in pro football than I have been college football.
I'm probably equal, but I typically am. I'm a bigger diehard of my team college fan than you are, though.
Well, I mean, I love rivalry games and all those kind of things, but anymore, those rivalry games are starting to be hard to schedule because of where they're at in conferences and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like
that's why
Colorado is going to be harder and harder.
Nebraska's gone.
Yeah, that's going to be harder to do.
Nebraska, Oklahoma's gone. But you still got Oklahoma, Texas.
But they're in the same conference. Had they not been in the same conference, it would have been hard for them to ever have the Red River Shootout again. You know what I mean? It would have been. But you still have like Michigan, Ohio State. You still got, but somehow they've always managed the Notre Dame SEC or USC game.
That's because they're Notre Dame
for 100 years.
That's because they're Notre Dame.
So
that's all it takes. Hey, we're Notre Dame. Okay, what would you like?
Yeah, that's true. They are. That is an impressive program, what they've been able to establish.
Yeah.
because even when they were horrible, they still had a TV contract with
all it takes
NBC.
is this. Being a Colorado fan almost my whole entire life, all it takes is this.
Yeah. And they got it.
They couldn't pay their teachers for a few years, let alone any football improvements.
Yeah.
And Nebraska's over there like, well, you know, we built that indoor practice facility 2 years ago and there's a scratch on the wall, so let's build a new one.
So I took Ben to Nebraska to tour, you know, to see it. And then their their rec center, you know, for the students, that indoor facility is open to the students. I'm walking in like, this is freaking amazing, you know. Like looking at, and I go, if this one sucks so bad that they needed a new one, what's the new one look like? You know what I mean?
No joke.
Yeah, so it was quite impressive. Quite impressive facility.
It's kind of hot out. Let's do the indoor practice today. What?
The air conditioning needs a filter change. We're building a new facility. It's ridiculous. Yeah, crazy.
Oh, goodness.
All right, better talk about talk about combines and other stuff too. But
no, we never talk about combines. No combines or auctions on this podcast
ever. When you're looking at the end of the year, all right, let's back up. So much stuff got sold at auction all the way through 22,
the entire year,
yeah, all the way through 23, and then going into starting 22, kind of trickling in. Of course, those people were a merry band of idiots because they were selling stuff at auction, which, oh wow, shocker that they turned out to be the smartest group in the people or group in the room. But going through 23, you saw a heavy volume, and then you saw obviously the first part of 24, which I thought was heavier auction activity than I'd seen even in 22 or 23. Looking at where we're at now, I look at this and I say, hey, you know what? It feels like to me that I don't want to say the majority of the pressure has been taken off of the marketplace because that's not accurate, but it feels like the shift from, hey, we're taking 30 combines to an auction today is shifting to, hey, we got 30 combines we're going to do some special programming with,
right,
and try to work our way through it that way. As you talk to guys out in the world, Aaron, as you're making your rounds out there, what are you hearing?
That's exactly right. There's, talking to other dealers and stuff, there's a lot of guys jumped on the auction thing, and I would really dial it in to say like the last 12 months. October is really, really when it got like, oh my God, did you see this? That's when your eyes got big looking at auctions like, oh boy. So a lot of guys jumped in early, did all their bleeding, and you're right, they're done. The massive blood loss is they're just done because nobody can afford to keep doing it. So what do you do then? You do all kinds of programs. You have interest rate buy downs, waivers, all that kind of stuff. Reduce prices on top of that.
The special stipend of, if you do this, we'll give you this much money to do whatever you want with when it comes to parts and service or running stuff through shop.
I mean, there's anything and everything. I've got a tractor program that's just in order to, it's not auction, but it's 2.9 for 5 years, and you have warranty for that whole 5 years. Trying to get to like the fixed cost thing.
Sure.
There's all kinds of those out there, and I think, obviously it's a buyer market, whether we're at the auction or at the dealer, but, doing some like cost analysis, auction price rig at just bank rate versus, substantially reduced, but at the dealer, and then dealer programs, it's about a wash. You have some of them real ugly ones. You just can't compete with that,
right. Yeah, there's some of those out there.
Good job, slow clap.
Right.
But,
right.
Some of those you just can't fight. Some of them you can. So you just kind of pick your battles. And that's what a lot of everybody's doing. It was so bloody. So bloody. Just, there again, it's not number of items, it's dollars per unit.
Right.
And I think in a psychological sense, even though it could be the same amount of dollars, that's way harder to wrap your head around just because you see that instead of 30 small red numbers, you see 4 real big red numbers.
Yeah.
That's a mind trick.
Yep.
So it hurts worse because of that. But at the end of the movie, it's all the same. So I think, as we go where I work, other dealers, there's going to be special programs. There's going to be, there already has been, everybody's cranking prices down every day, So, I mean, it's kind of, I hate to use one of my least favorite weather terms, but it's kind of a mixed bag of what's really going on out there.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I think there's a fair amount of
I will say this real quick. The last couple auctions, if they are truly an indicator, we're on the slightest slide. The soft bottom might have been hit, and maybe we're just kind of bouncing along. If we get a good enough bounce, we can do one of these and start maybe grab a ring on the ladder and start getting back up.
Yeah.
But at least we seem to be not headed for the Mariana Trench.
No, it feels like to me, I mean, I agree with that. It feels like, especially coming out of August, with the exception of a few sales that were in the deep South, deep South Texas, again, that's, like we talked about earlier, that's the range between the equipment cycles in the Southeast versus the Midwest versus the Northeast are so dynamically different that, one group of those, the Midwest tractors, seem to make their way to all corners of the United States and North America. Whereas once they get to a certain point in the United States, they have a hard time moving out of that area. And if they do move out of that area, it's because they're cheap. And that's one thing that you see happening there. But it feels like as you watch those markets kind of come together, it really felt like there wasn't anyone getting their head totally ripped off. But they also went into that scenario with their eyes wide open, understanding what was going to happen when they got in there. And there weren't any surprises, I guess is what I'm getting at. It felt like it was a very easily manageable scenario that they worked their way through, and they kind of pulled their levers, I guess, for lack of a better term, where they needed to pull them at to make things happen.
No, yeah, I think you're exactly right. There's, we're just, for lack of a better word, we're kind of in a rut. We're in a rut because of the glut. How about that? And as soon as we get some of the glut cleared out, we'll get out of the rut.
Yep.
You're welcome. Now that will be $10,000.
It's a nice T-shirt. That's a nice T-shirt. The one thing we've been tracking a lot, at least I've been tracking a lot across the spectrum of machinery, is combines. And everyone tracks combines because the day that you get your used equipment badge to put on your uniform, that's the only thing they tell you that you need to worry about is combines, right? So if you go back
until 2023,
that's right, yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
it changed dramatically.
Problems.
So the one thing I will say is that if you look across the equipment spectrum and the number of machines that are out there, the number of machines, we'll go back here to the first of the year. And in January 24, there were 91, so basically 9,200 combines on the market. And then you fast forward to where we're at today, there are 9,320. And you're like, oh my God, equipment went up. But that whole time between January and basically July, your machines were trending up. There are about 1,000 machines that got put on the marketplace. So from July 1 to August 1, it goes from 10,037 to 9,320. So about 1,000 machines, 700 machines got taken off the market in that time frame. And I think you're going to continue to see that stuff grow. So the point I'm making here is that it feels like we're seeing a downward trend in overall inventory that's out there. Mind you, it's not huge, right? It's not like a 2021 slide down the meter there. But the other thing you have to take in consideration is that going into the first quarter of the year, that's typically, trade-in season, right? All the trade-ins come in. You got a lot of four-wheel drives show up during that time frame. Some row crop tractors show up during that time frame. But
most of the combines,
combine heads, planters start coming in that time frame.
Yep.
Tillage pieces start coming in there. Sprayers start coming in. Like a big chunk of the used equipment marketplace comes in. Now you would expect to see a spike up during that time frame, and you can go back historically and look at that, and you always see that. It's what happens with that spike when it comes back down the backside. When it comes, like, you start getting into May, June, July time frame, what's happened to that? Is inventory coming back down? Is it tapering off? Is it going up? What's happening with it? That's the true tell of the tape. I'm hoping that, knock on wood, that we see this run up in price, and then we see this downward turn third quarter, late second quarter, early third quarter, where we're going to start seeing inventory start to come back down again. And if that happens, I'm going to be pretty optimistic about what 26 looks like. Because if it doesn't happen and you start seeing inventories climb up, then you're going to be sitting there with oh my God, we're going to do this all over again in 26.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I think that there's a broadening of expectations for me anyway, when I look at where we're at for 25. I feel like 25 is the year where we say, okay, got a handle on this. We pulled in the reins. We kind of got our inventory under control. By no means is it going to be a lower supply of equipment, because I think it's going to feel a lot like 2018 did, right? You came out of all horrible, 2014 through 2016, auctioned everything off. 2017, things kind of stabilized, and 2018 was like, hey, all right, cool. We know what we got now. This is kind of our new normal, right? And I'm hoping that we saw that 22, 23, 24, 25 stabilizes, 26 is okay. Now we know what the new normal is. We'll run this for about 5 years, and then there'll be some epic event that kicks us off on a 3-year run, and we have 3 years of amazing crop prices, and everything does like it's supposed to, and then we'll do it all over again in about 2035. So good times, good things to look out for. Now, all that being said, there's a lot of things that kind of point to some changing of the guard when you start looking at how equipment is going to play out over the next 5 years, and what does that mean for the used equipment marketplace. But that, my friend, is a conversation for another podcast. All right, man. Let's I kind of feel like we should table it there. I feel like that's a good place to stop.
That probably is.
All right, buddy. Folks want to reach out to you, Aaron, and get some of your super hot deals. What's the best way to do that?
Hit me up on the social media at Aaron Fintel on Twitter and on Facebook, but I put all the deals on Twitter. You can call me or text me. Text preferred, 308-760-1193. Or you can shoot me an email, aaron.fintel@movingironllc.com.
Cool. And I'll throw this out there. Anybody listening to this that's in the trucking industry that wants to come on and talk about what's happening in the truck industry, man, by all means, hit me up. I'd love to have you on and talk about what's going on in that segment of the world. So, Casey Seymour, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. X. Keep saying Twitter. X.
It's still Twitter.
At Moving Iron LLC. You can also find me on Instagram. No, not Instagram. LinkedIn, close enough, same difference, right? LinkedIn at Moving Iron Podcast. You can go to the video version of this over on the YouTube channel, which is the Moving Iron Podcast YouTube channel. And I guess we're done worrying about TikTok. I guess that's no longer a thing that we have to worry about, because I haven't heard anyone talk about it for a while. But
I'm not a participant myself, so.
But you can find the Moving Iron Podcast on TikTok at Moving Iron Podcast. You can find it there. Go to Moving Iron LLC for everything Moving Iron related and more all right there at movingironllc.com. So with that, I am Casey Seymour with Aaron Fennell. Let's go, smart folks. Out. This podcast is brought to you by these great sponsors. Are you looking to value your equipment more accurately, target the right buyers and close more deals, reach your ideal customer? Then look no further. Fusable isn't just about ag data, it's about action. Our best-in-class solution empowers you to value your equipment accurately, make informed decisions, and find the perfect prospects. Ignite your dealership's growth at fusable.com/movingiron-podcast. Out in the field, every decision counts. You wouldn't plant without testing your soil, so why would you prospect blind? Introducing EDA, your one-stop shop for ag equipment intel. EDA goes beyond specs and prices. You get deep dive data on every piece of equipment like UCC filings that help track ownership changes and uncover potential sales leads. D&B firmographics, which help you understand the financial health and buying power of potential customers. Market trends that help you stay ahead of the curve, and insights on equipment demands and pricings. With EDA, you're not just looking at data, you're seeing opportunity. You find the right buyer, sell smarter, and build lasting relationships. Visit edadata.com for your free demo and unlock the power of knowledge. For over 80 years, Iron Solutions has been your go-to data source for ag dealers, lenders, and manufacturers. Get powerful appraisal and value forecasting tools that fuel profitable decisions anytime, anywhere. Get your free demo at ironsolutions.com. Iron Solutions, confidence in every click. Today, there are many ways to finance ag equipment, but nobody delivers simple, fast, or flexible financing like AgDirect. Learn more about your options to buy, lease, and refinance equipment at agdirect.com. Valley Transportation has been hauling ag and construction equipment across the country for the past 33 years. Call Parker at 800-657-4910 for all your trucking needs. At Valley Transportation, our goal is to help you reach yours.
When you partner with Axon, you immediately gain access to a full range of products and solutions designed to meet the complex needs of today's grower. We carry all major brands and sizes of tires and wheels. We specialize in large diameter wheels for large equipment. We have one of the largest OEM replacement wheel inventories in North America. Known for extreme flotation setups, duals, and triples, we have wheels for all makes and models of tractors, sprayers, combines, and grain carts. If we don't have the wheel in stock, we'll custom build, sandblast, and paint in-house. There isn't a more vast inventory in North America dedicated to helping dealers move more iron. With facilities on the West Coast and in the heart of the Midwest, leverage our 230,000 square feet of indoor inventory to solve any problem a grower may have. Move more iron with Axon.
At Big Iron Auctions, customer satisfaction is our #1 goal. As the 40-year leader in auctions for agriculture, real estate, livestock, construction, and transportation, we are here to serve you. Big Iron will handle everything from start to finish. From meeting with you, to prepping your equipment, writing the listings, and collecting buyer's payments, let us do the heavy lifting for you. We love our customers, and we treat them like family. There's a Big Iron sales rep in your area, so let's get together. To learn more, visit bigiron.com.
Moving iron in the 21st century. Hard-working people working hard for you and me. Moving iron time and time again. Through the years you'll find us here. Moving iron.
On.